From the outside, Adrian and Celeste were the picture of perfection. They lived in a grand ivy-covered estate nestled at the edge of Belmere Woods, a house that seemed plucked from a fairy tale. Adrian was a renowned architect, celebrated for turning ruins into masterpieces. Celeste, an art historian, had a delicate, almost ethereal beauty, like she belonged to another era. Together, they were the golden couple.
If you haven't done so as yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Their love story was whispered about like folklore in town. Adrian had met Celeste at an art auction in Florence. She was studying Renaissance sculpture. He was rebuilding a 16th century villa. They said Adrian fell in love with her voice before her face. They were married 6 months later in a chapel with ivy walls and candlelight. But beauty, as it often is, can be deceiving. Celeste spent her days in the sunroom painting or restoring old portraits. Adrian was often away, building his legacy. He always brought back gifts, rare books, exquisite perfumes, even exotic birds. Yet with each return, he seemed more distant, as if a part of him had stayed behind. Still, Celeste smiled. She cooked his favorite meals, laughed at his worn-out jokes, and kept their love alive like a well-tended fire. Adrian assumed she would always be there, silent, loyal, soft. He never asked how she felt when he vanished for weeks or why her eyes lost their sparkle. And Celeste never told him. It began on a Tuesday. Celeste found a letter slipped under the door. No stamp, no name, just a single sentence. Celeste, what is given freely can one day disappear without a sound. At first, she laughed it off. Perhaps one of Adrian's dramatic friends playing a prank, but more letters followed, always typed, always cryptic. Celeste. A heart unattended grows thorns. Celeste. The most dangerous love is the one you take for granted.
If you haven't done so as yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
She said nothing to Adrian. He would scoff or dismiss it, but deep inside, something stirred. Was someone watching her, or was it a warning? Then came the journal, hidden beneath the floorboard in Adrian's study. Celeste hadn't meant to find it. The floor creaked oddly when she moved the antique rug. Curiosity pulled her in. The leather-bound book had no name, but the writing was unmistakably Adrian's. It wasn't a journal, it was a confession. Names, dates, cities, women, so many women. Celeste's hands trembled as she turned each page. Some names she recognized from the photos on his desk. Just clients, he had said. Some had dates that overlapped with their anniversaries. One entry chilled her to the bone. Adrian's Celeste is the most delicate of them all. Like glass. Beautiful, but breakable. She'll never leave. She doesn't know how. She closed the journal with a quiet finality. Her love, the kind that poured into meals, art, touch, silence, meant nothing more to him than possession. Celeste didn't scream or cry. She just stood at the window, staring at the statue Adrian had sculpted of her in the garden. Her face forever smiling, her marble arms raised in eternal surrender. A week later, Celeste went to Belmere Lake, a quiet place where she often sketched. That's where she met the stranger. He was tall, wearing a charcoal coat despite the sun. His eyes held a stillness that unnerved her. Elias, you're Celeste. Celeste. Yes. Elias, you don't know me, but I know you, and I know what he's done. Celeste asked, "Who are you?" Elias responded, "Call me Elias. I was once like you, enchanted by Adrian's charm, but he took something from me." Celeste, puzzled, inquired, "Are you saying?" Elias clarified, "No, not romantically. He took my sister." And then he told her everything. His sister, Mira, had been involved with Adrian years ago, a whirlwind romance, promises of marriage, but then she disappeared after a fight. Police ruled it a suicide. Her car was found near a cliff, but her body was never recovered. Elias revealed, he has a pattern. They love him, he consumes them, then he leaves. Some don't survive the heartbreak. Celeste began to play her part well. She smiled more, laughed louder. She let Adrian believe everything was fine. And when he invited her to a grand masquerade gala to celebrate his latest project, she accepted with a kiss. The night was opulent, crystal chandeliers, gold masks, live orchestra. Adrian, of course, basked in the center like a sun, but Celeste, she moved like a ghost, beautiful, graceful, silent. She noticed Elias in the crowd, disguised in a midnight mask. He nodded once. Then the lights flickered, and a scream echoed through the ballroom. Everyone turned. A sculpture had collapsed, Adrian's newest creation, a towering marble woman with eyes closed and lips parted. Inside the broken statue, a woman's skeletal remains. Panic erupted. Celeste fainted or pretended to. The police took Adrian away for questioning. Forensics later confirmed the remains were Mira's. But they found something else too. In Adrian's studio was another hidden journal. Newer, this one written in a different hand. It was Celeste's. Page after page of calculated notes, dates she followed him, passwords she guessed, sketches of the statue where Mira was hidden, detailed plans of how to break it open without being caught. Celeste was no longer the breakable beauty, she was the storm. And when asked about the journal, she simply smiled. Celeste, I just wanted him to feel what I felt. Forgotten, betrayed, unloved.
If you haven't done so as yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
The case against Adrian crumbled. There was no hard evidence he killed Mira, only speculation, journal entries, and the unprovable word of a grieving brother. But Adrian's career? Destroyed. His reputation? Shattered. His golden life? Gone. And Celeste? She disappeared. Vanished like mist over Belmere Lake. Some say she lives in Italy now, restoring forgotten paintings. Others believe she changed her name and writes dark romance novels. Love is not just a feeling, it's a responsibility. When you stop appreciating your partner, you slowly push them away. Never assume they'll stay forever. Silence, absence, and indifference can be just as damaging as cruelty. Ignoring your partner's emotional needs causes cracks that may never be repaired. The small acts, checking in, listening, expressing appreciation, build trust and connection. The lack of them builds resentment. Even the kindest, gentlest souls can break when they're constantly ignored, used, or taken for granted. You don't know what someone is capable of when they've had enough. Showing up matters more than sweet words. You can't disappear for weeks or months and expect love to wait for you. What you hide in the dark eventually comes to light. Whether it's past affairs, emotional manipulation, or deeper secrets, truth finds a way out. No relationship can survive without mutual respect and transparency. If you treat your partner as disposable, don't be surprised when they prove they're not. Love is not just a feeling, it's a responsibility. When you stop appreciating your partner, you slowly push them away. Never assume they'll stay forever. Silence, absence, and indifference can be just as damaging as cruelty. Ignoring your partner's emotional needs causes cracks that may never be repaired. The small acts, checking in, listening, expressing appreciation, build trust and connection. The lack of them builds resentment. Even the kindest, gentlest souls can break when they're constantly ignored, used, or taken for granted. You don't know what someone is capable of when they've had enough. Showing up matters more than sweet words. You can't disappear for weeks or months and expect love to wait for you. What you hide in the dark eventually comes to light. Whether it's past affairs, emotional manipulation, or deeper secrets, truth finds a way out.
If you haven't done so as yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.